What's up YouTube, it's Caffeine here. And I just got 5 cards back from SGC, freshly graded, so we're gonna show those. Start off with the newest one here. This is a 1953 Johnston Cookies, Eddie Matthews. And this is a pretty rare card. This is a regional food issue. And they do have a Hank Aaron rookie card in the 54, I believe, issue. So there it is. This card's kind of an odd size. It's it seems like it'd be the same size as a vintage Topps, you know, the bigger size, but it's not. It's like a little more narrow than like a 52 Topps. So I can never find a nice screw down or anything for this card, so I figured I'd have it graded. So there it is. Grab that population report here. And the population report for that card is 21, so that is in all grades, of course. 21 copies graded by SGC, so that's pretty rare. And talking about the labels here, so this is my first order with these labels, and I like them a lot. Here's an example of the label that they went to, and just for a short time, gosh, less than a year I would say. And it must have been from people emailing them, collectors just not really caring for them. I really didn't care for them. I thought they were just too white. I like a little color, you know. PSA's got the red and SGC's got the green, and you gotta show off that color. So I'd only sent in, I think, 1 lot of cards to be graded that got this label. So that was pretty shortly lived. And then here's the label that is the most popular one. It's not their first one, but it's the one that they've used for the longest time. So the new label is just kind of a variation of that, with the tiny lettering that has SGC in the background, has like a watermark. So I like these labels. This will work. I didn't care for those ones before it, so I'm glad that they changed them. They changed them pretty quick, so they responded pretty quick to collector response, I think, on that, which is good. So next one, 1948 to 49, a leaf gum. This is Luke Appling. He's a Hall of Famer. And population report is 67 on this one. And these cards are really hard to find in any good condition. They don't have any gloss at all. They have a flat finish on the front, just like on the back. So they haven't really held up well, and it was pretty primitive printing techniques with these cards. They're made in Chicago. And so like the registration can be way off, and they can have print lines and color issues and everything. And also it's another odd-sized card, so I had it graded. One of the reasons I had it graded was that it never really fit into any holder. And I think it's a pretty thick card too, so it didn't really fit very well in like a Card Saver 1 or something, or a penny sleeve in a top loader even. Unless you had like a thick one. So there's that, 48-49 leaf gum. Luke Appling looks great. Graded a 1, just like that Eddie Matthews is. Set that there. Okay, now for the good stuff here. Look at that, 1910 Standard Caramel Eddie Plank. Yeah, it's a great card from one of the great white border sets. And oh, I like the colors on this. I like the limited palette that they used for these. You know, not many color choices. His uniform is all brown, even his, you know, short sleeves and his under sleeves and pants and jersey and hat and everything is just one color. I think it's kind of neat. It's a neat effect. And, you know, just 2 background colors pretty much. Of course, you'd think that was a T206, you know, if you didn't know too much about these caramel sets, but that is a standard caramel. Made in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Just a huge number of Hall of Famers in this set. It's a 30-card checklist. And the Hall of Famers would be Chief Bender, Mordecai Brown, Eddie Collins, Frank Chance, Ty Cobb, Fred Clark, Johnny Evers, Clark Griffith, Huey Jennings, Addie Jaw, Snap Ladjui, Christy Mathewson, Tug McGraw, Eddie Plank, Joe Tinker, Rube Waddell, Hannes Wagner, and Cy Young. So that's a pretty big percentage of that checklist of 30 that is Hall of Famers, including first ballot Hall of Famers for that. I always wondered why Walter Johnson wasn't in a lot of these Carmel sets. He's in the T206 set, of course, but... And population report for that one is 58, so pretty rare card indeed. And up next is this 1909 to 1911 American Carmel, Eddie Plank. This card is really fragile. I'm glad to have it encapsulated. And when I got it from the eBay seller, it was maybe like just in a card saver, I think. And just like carefully took it out, put it in a penny sleeve and a top loader. That's how SGC wants them sent. And I'm glad it's encapsulated, so it's not going to incur any more damage. That's a great card. I love the purple background. Just because it reminds me of the Shoeless Joe Jackson. That's another card that has that same colored background from this set. So, extreme corner damage on this. Probably a caramel stain on the back there. Baseball Series 100 Subjects, American Carmel, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is probably Plank's most common caramel card. I would say it's got a population report of 92. I mean, that's still super rare, but for these caramel sets, 92 total graded by SGC is a pretty good amount. So I've got this, and of course the standard caramel that I just showed, and I got the E95. And I think there's just one more Eddie Plank caramel card that I need. I can't even think what the name of it is now, but it has his whole body. It's like the T206 image, like on his face, his bust, I guess you'd say, and then it shows his whole body. It's really a neat card. So eventually I'll probably pick that up, and like I said, I think that would be all of Plank's caramel cards. That's a great looking one there. Even though it's in low grade, it's a great looking card. You see the stripes on his hat there, the old athletics uniform there. So. And last but certainly not least is this. And this is also from the E90 set one. This is one of those cards that I sent in. I wasn't sure if they were even going to grade it, especially after they didn't grade that Tris Speaker. This card does have a back to it. And without even charging me more or letting me know they were going to do this, they put the card in a special insert. It's much smaller than the standard caramel insert. And I was thinking, you know, even if they would grade it, they'd put it in the standard caramel size insert and it'd be rattling around in there. But they put it in this custom insert. It really looks great. And they even put the card into a sleeve. I've never seen SGC do that with any of the cards that I've sent them or any that I've noticed on eBay. It's really great that they did. They put it in a sleeve so it doesn't rattle around. It just looks outstanding as I drop it. But this is a Cy Young from his playing days. It's the same portrait that's used in the T206. T206 has a green background to it. It really looks outstanding. I was just really pleased that it was graded. I looked at the invoice. They show the invoice before they ship it, so you can see if it gets graded, and it said it graded authentic. And then just to see it with this, you know, custom insert, including the sleeve, it's just really outstanding. They really did a great job. I think I might even email the head grader there and just tell him I really appreciate it, because it really looks great. You know, it's a great card. And this card is really rare. The population report is 12. And the highest one in existence grades a 50, which is a 4. There's none higher than that. Possibly by PSA, but as far as SGC goes, it's just a wonderful portrait there of Cy Young. with extreme trimming and writing on the front of the card. Writing across the jersey. And it's a really rare caramel card of Cy Young. So there they are. Another excellent mail day from SGC. Thanks for watching.